So what are the core sectors of the economy?
According to Index of Industrial Production, there are mainly 9 core industries in our country.
Can you name them?
Refined oil industry, then electricity is the second major industry. Third, we have steel, coal, there is fertilizers.
Now, which out of these you think will take us forward towards our goal of Viksit Bharat?
No, I think electricity could be the one which could help India towards its development and let
Why do
India
you
become.
think so?
The renewable energy which we are focusing on, and recently the passage of Shanti Bill.
What is this Operation Absolute Resolve?
How do we convert nuclear power into propulsion of a missile?
And what is on the first day of the budget session, what happens?
Tell me about this Great Nicobar project. What is the objective of this project?
Come in, sir.
Yes, please come in.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, Shiyad.
Good afternoon, sir.
Please take your seat.
Thank you, sir.
Shiyad, introduce yourself in brief.
Sir, my name is Shiyad. I am from South Andaman district, Andaman and Nicobar Islands. I completed my schooling from Andaman and Nicobar itself, then moved to Trivandrum to complete my higher education. I completed my BTech in Mechanical Engineering from College of Engineering Trivandrum. And my hobbies are watching and playing football. I also like performing card tricks and currently pursuing to be a civil servant.
Okay, Shiyad, you tell me, what is this Operation Absolute Resolve? Have you heard about it?
Sorry, sir. I haven't heard about the operation.
That US Venezuela, that is relating to USA operation in Venezuela.
Yes, sir. I've heard about the operation.
So it is called Operation Absolute Resolve.
Sorry, sir. I didn't know the name.
Okay, anyhow, you tell me who are the major, what will be the repercussions of this Venezuela issue? On which countries are going to be impacted by this?
Sir, the first most impact will be on this on Venezuela itself.
Okay.
Then I would say China is the country which could also have a lot of issues, as China was the largest buyer of Venezuelan oil. At the same time, Russian influence at the same time was also increasing in the region. Apart from that, I would say the neighboring countries such as Colombia, Cuba, who also could be under such operations by US. I would say these are the countries who could be most affected by the operation.
One of the regions, they say they were dealing in petrol, not in dollar,
Yes,
petrodollar. They were using the yuan.
yes, sir.
So do you think this de-dollarization campaign is gaining momentum in many parts of the world? What is your take on that?
Yes, sir. I think the de-dollarization has been increasing around the world. Especially BRICS countries are also moving towards such, moving away from the dependence on dollar. As Venezuela was also dealing in yuan with regards to its oil supplies. So the hold which USA had around the economy around the world is somewhat decreasing, and that is also one of the reasons why the US took such an operation in Venezuela as well.
But why our rupee then going weaker against dollar then?
Sir, there are multiple reasons for it. First, as there is economic turmoil going on around the world, usually investors and other parties try to invest their money in stable economies. At the same time, the Federal Reserve of USA has also increased their interest rate. So there is growing demand for the US dollar. So due to that, there has been the decrease in Indian rupee value as well. At the same time, from last year, we are following a floatable exchange rate regime. This has also led to devaluation of the Indian currency.
Recently, India is importing a lot of gold.
Yes,
Earlier also, but now silver is also being imported.
yes, sir.
Why?
Sir, as economic stability around the world is not very good, so investors and countries try to invest in more safer options, and gold and silver are such safer options, and that is the reason why recently the prices are increasing for both. At the same time, recently the value of silver has been increasing as well.
My last question, what do you understand by right to disconnect?
Sir, the right to disconnect is related to especially employees who prefer that when they are not working, they shouldn't be involved in any calls or emails related to work, so that the work life and personal life can be maintained in their
I
own
think
place.
it is a feasible thing in a country like India.
So I think yes, achieving such a thing is difficult at the moment, but I think we can work towards this, especially in the corporate sector. Right to disconnect at the current moment won't be very feasible, I think. But as we go on, I think this is something we should focus on.
Okay. Thank you, Shiyad.
Thank you, sir.
Shiyad,
Yes, sir.
what is the ODOP of South Andaman?
Sorry, sir.
What is the ODOP of South Andaman?
One district
Yes, sir.
product.
Sorry, sir. I will have to look onto that.
Doesn't matter. Who is Wimberley? When we say Wimberley Ganj, who is Wimberley?
Sir, Wimberley was a police commissioner who was posted in Andaman Nicobar Islands,
And who was Farrar?
sir, the Farrar name comes Michael Lloyd Farrar, who was British commissioner of Andaman Nicobar Islands. So the name Farrar Ganj also
What
comes
is the
from.
meaning of Andaman?
Sir, the word Andaman is of Malay origin. It actually resembles the Hindu god Hanuman, and the name was modified to the name Hanuman was modified to the name Andaman.
Okay. Now you have seen electric engine driven train. You've seen
Sorry, sir, I haven't seen it.
the train which is run by electric engine, and then there is Vande Bharat. So, as a mechanical engineer, tell me what the main difference between the two.
Sir, can I make an attempt? I don't have the specific details,
Yeah.
but I think Vande Bharat doesn't use an electric engine, if I'm not wrong, and it will be using an IC engine.
Huh?
So I think it might be using an IC engine rather than an electric engine.
No.
Sorry, sir, I don't have
Vande
information
Bharat is
regarding.
fully electric.
Sorry, sir.
Okay, I have given you the answer. Vande Bharat is
Yes,
fully
sir.
electric. Then what's the difference between the two?
Sorry, sir, I don't have the information regarding that.
Okay. Basically, electric engine pulls the train.
Yes, sir.
Vande Bharat, each coach has got its own traction motor,
Yes. Thank you, sir.
right? Now, do you know the meaning of regenerative braking?
Sir, regenerative braking uses the energy which is released while braking, the energy that is used again to these energies again harnessed, so that wastage of energy could be reduced.
So that is the second difference. Vande Bharat has regenerative braking.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
So when slowing down, the same momentum is used to convert electricity and store it, or feed it to the grid.
Thank you, sir.
Anyway, people have been talking of like Russia says they have made a missile which has a nuclear reactor on board. It's a nuclear powered missile. It will go around the earth for as many days as they want and hit wherever they want. Now, I got a bit confused. How can nuclear power be converted into propulsion? So, as a mechanical engineer, tell me, how do we convert nuclear power into propulsion of a missile?
Sorry, sir. I currently can't.
Okay, how does a normal nuclear power plant work? How does that convert the nuclear energy into?
Sir, the energy is used to evaporize water, and the steam is used to run a turbine.
Okay. Now look at how a jet engine works. What does a jet engine do?
Jet engine also does it burns the fuel, and that energy is used to.
It sucks air, burns the fuel. Then what happens? As a mechanical engineer, what happens? The volume becomes so much that it gives the thrust.
Yes.
Okay.
Bernoulli is possible.
Yeah. So same thing they do here. The heat from the nuclear reactor will be used to heat the sucked in air so much that it will become like a jet, but powered by nuclear heat.
Energy.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
That is the idea.
Thank you. Shiyad, one more technical question.
Yes, sir.
Sorry, he set me off.
Yes.
So, as a mechanical engineer, the most fundamental thing you learn is, belts and pulleys and
Yes, sir.
engines and motors. Right in the beginning, they tell you that a belt is always put to connect to a machine, a motor and a pump in an inverted 8 form, infinity loop.
Yes, sir.
Why is it done that way?
Sorry, sir. I don't have the information.
Very simple. What is that's called a Mobius strip.
Sorry, sir.
Well,
Currently, I'm unable to recall.
Both sides get unevenly,
Rubbed.
Sorry, sir. I'm actually.
Okay. We'll forget the technical question. How many islands have you visited in Andamans?
Sir, I've visited around 12 or 13 islands.
Which ones? Name them.
Sir, I've been to South Andaman, Middle Andaman, North Andaman.
That is one island only.
No, sir.
South, middle, and north is only one stretch of road.
No, sir. They are actually disconnected, but
Yeah, but it's the same place.
yes, sir. And I visited Swaraj Island. I visited Shahid Island. I visited Hut Bay.
That is only a tourist spot. Next door.
Yes, sir.
But
There are habitation
have
as well.
been to Nicobar, Langkawi,
No, sir. I haven't been to.
Great Nicobar,
No, sir. I haven't been to the Nicobar region.
Havelock.
Yes, sir. Havelock has been renamed to Shahid Island.
Okay. So tell me about this Great Nicobar project. What is the objective of this project? What are the objectives, main objectives, 3, 4 of them?
Sir, the project is not only a development project, it is a strategic project as well. The vicinity of Great Nicobar, that is less than 200 kilometers Strait of Malacca. Having such a project will help us have strategic advantage in the Indian Ocean region.
Oh.
Sir, Strait of Malacca carries more than 40% of global trade, and China also indulges in the region for most of its trade.
That is the only route from China,
Yes, sir.
Japan, and all those places.
It connects the Pacific Ocean and the Indian Ocean. So having a port close to that, India can actually replace Singapore to become the logistics hub in the region, and which will help India bring a lot of economic revenue as
So
well.
what will you do? Singapore has got a huge, hinterland.
Yes, sir.
Malaysia is there, entire Malaysia. So whatever comes into Singapore goes there.
Yes.
It is already a transitional hub. There are hundreds of thousands of billions of dollars invested in that place. So how do you expect to, generate the same amount in a small island like Great Nicobar? There is no fuel, there is nothing, only a harbor.
Yes, sir.
For everything, you will have to, for fuel, everything, you have to bring it from outside.
Sir, the project also proposes a airport at the same time a power plant, and as Singapore has a well-established infrastructure, but due to the high cost there, maybe Andaman Nicobar can become an alternative. And due to that alternative, I think many countries would prefer Andaman as a transshipment port rather than Singapore. So
Singapore is not only a transshipment port; it is a financial hub.
yes, sir.
See, one side there is Dubai, the other side there is Singapore.
Yes, sir.
So almost half of the country's businessmen are now functioning from Singapore or from Dubai. So,
Sir, at the same time,
you expect Great Nicobar will also become like that.
yes, sir. I think in the future there is scope for Andaman Nicobar itself. Singapore was also not very developed if we go past some years, but the development there has led to such significant changes. So I think similar changes can also happen in Great Nicobar as well. At the same time,
Okay, there is a problem with developing this Great Nicobar project. The Champins. What is the problem, and what do you feel about it?
sir, currently the area which is demarcated for the project, Champins are currently outside of the project area. The main
No, they are
issue
on the river bank.
the main issue is, sir, as I understand, with the Nicobaris tribe. And these Nicobaris tribe were actually from the western region of the islands, and currently they are in the eastern side. After the 2004 tsunami, they had to be relocated as most of the western regions were devastated. So, as the government is in talks with Nicobaris, they are ready to actually move on to the western region, provided they have the educational and health and administrative infrastructure which they currently are able to access. So, the government has assured that these relocation will only be taken after these facilities are available to them. So I think in that way the issue of tribal relocation can be addressed.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Shiyad, when is your interview?
My interview is on January 22nd.
January 22nd. And which is your preferred state?
Ma'am, my preferred state Andaman Nicobar Islands, Agmut Kada.
And that's Agmat Card
Yes,
you opted for. All right, okay. I'm just curious. So, all right, but outside of your state, where would you like to go?
Other than Andaman, I would prefer my second option is Kerala.
Is Kerala, all right. But Agmat means you can go to Mizoram or these places. So, have you kind of kept abreast of what's going on in these other places?
No, with regards to that, I haven't inquired much in
You
detail,
haven't
but
thought about it
but
much
I thought
right
that
now.
only with Agmut I can have a chance to serve in Andaman Nicobar Islands as well. So that was the reason I kept it
Okay.
as my first
So,
option.
all right, let me then ask you, we continuously talk about unity and diversity, yes? What does it actually mean to you?
Ma'am, unity in diversity means as we look into the Indian population, we have people from different backgrounds. We have 22 scheduled languages in our constitution, and there are many more languages. At the same time, people from different ethnic backgrounds, different religions. All these people live in our country, and despite this diversity, our democracy has been able to survive and prosper throughout this year, whereas many other countries didn't see such.
And what is the unifying factor?
I would say the identity of being an Indian, uh, the historical struggles which we have experienced throughout the history, I would say, and the identity which we got after independence. I would say
All
that is the
right,
reason.
okay, I'll just give you this as homework. You can think about it. Sometimes very simple things, generate so many different angles to it, right? Okay, okay, now let's move on to something else. What are the core sectors of the economy? Are they defined somewhere that these are there any number of core sectors?
Yes, ma'am. According to Index of Industrial Production, there are mainly 9 core industries uh, in our country.
Can you name them?
The refined oil industry, then electricity is the second major industry. Then third we have steel, and followed by steel, if I'm not wrong, it is coal.
Well, you can just name them at random. Yeah.
And there is fertilizers industry.
Yeah, chalo, it's fine. You know about them. Now, which out of these you think will take us forward towards our goal of Viksit Bharat? Of course, to some extent, everything because they're core after all, isn't it? They're core to us.
Ma'am, I think electricity could be the one which could help India towards its development and
Yeah,
let
why do
India
you
become.
think so?
Ma'am, the renewable energy which we are focusing on, and recently the passage of Shanti Bill and focusing on nuclear private participation in nuclear.
And what's the full form of the Shanti Bill?
Ma'am, it's sustainable harnessing and advancement of nuclear technology, if I'm not wrong, ma'am.
Okay, tell me another thing. Which state leads in renewable energy?
Ma'am, I think it is Gujarat which is currently leading in
And
renewable
which
energy.
else is there's always that one is आगे पीछे होता रहता
I
है.
think it is Tamil Nadu, apart from Gujarat.
No, I think it's Rajasthan. Anyway, you
Oh,
check. Yeah, right?
yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Shiyad,
Yes, ma'am.
tell me in January what all is happening in New Delhi around the time you'll also be there.
The most important thing I can remember is the Republic Day on January 26th. It will
So,
be.
what is the theme of the Republic Day this year?
Sorry, ma'am. I will have to look onto that.
It's the Vande Mataram. That's all. Who's the chief guest?
Sorry, ma'am. I haven't looked onto that.
No. Your interviews on the 22nd January should be fully aware of what's going on in the Republic Day, and then something relating to the Parliament, which starts in January.
Ma'am, there's going to be the budget session.
Yes. So budget session. What is on the first day of the budget session? What happens?
The finance minister presents the budget.
No, that is not on the first day.
The economic survey.
उससे पहले. The president addresses the joint house
Yes, ma'am.
of the parliament. So we are now in a new parliament building. What is that whole thing called? That project?
Sorry, ma'am. Unable to recall the name.
Central Vista.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So Central Vista project also entails what all what all does it entail? Of course, it's not fully complete. It's work in progress.
Sorry, ma'am. I don't have the information regarding that. I'll surely go into it.
You please settle Vista because you will be in Delhi. You should also go and have a look at it.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, tell me, where all did Prime Minister travel? The important visits in 2025.
Ma'am, recently, Prime Minister visited Oman, Jordan, Ethiopia.
That was his last visit.
Yes, ma'am.
Before that, he attended few good
Yes, ma'am.
multilateral groupings.
Yes, ma'am. A BRICS summit in Kazan, Russia.
BRICS summit was not in Russia; it was in Brazil.
Sorry, ma'am. It wasn't. I was thinking about 2024. Yes, ma'am. In Brazil, the Prime Minister went to Brazil. Yes, ma'am. I think there is a multilateral.
He attended the G20 also.
Sorry, ma'am. I'm not sure about that.
He attended in South Africa, the G20.
Okay.
He attended something else, the SCO. What is SCO?
SCO is Shanghai Cooperation Organization.
Where did he?
I'm not sure where the summit took place, but it involves India, Russia, China, and
It was in China. Prime Minister met President Xi and President Putin in that visit.
yes, ma'am.
So when is the next visit of the SCO? Next meeting of the BRICS. Where is the next meeting of the BRICS?
Sorry, ma'am, I don't have the information.
It's in India. How many members in BRICS now?
Currently, there are 10 members in BRICS.
Okay.
Brazil.
There are 2 members who are yet to join or could not join. Who are they?
Saudi Arabia hasn't joined yet.
Argentina?
Yes, Argentina has also not joined. But
No.
I think Saudi Arabia has more chances of joining recently. And these two are mainly who haven't joined the group.
So what is your opinion on the Saudi Arab signing a defense comprehensive agreement with Pakistan recently? What do you read into it?
I think both countries are looking at their own national interest. Although Saudi Arabia, which has been a good partner of India, so it could be a matter of concern as Pakistan is one of our rivals. But other than that, I think we have very good relationships with Saudi Arabia. So with regards to Pakistan, I don't think it would be much of a concern for our country.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.